Welcome, everyone, to Charlotte and the Duke's Mayo Classic. A lot of buzz and buildup as we kick off another college football season here today. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns, taking on the second-ranked team, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kick this deep to start us off. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Offense operating from the pistol. And the single back takes the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's a short completion to the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage. They could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
The Ragin' Cajuns have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Second down play coming up. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the +42.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Ragin' Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on first down. He's going to pull it down and run. Here's the second down play. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. but it's third down now. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. This will be interesting. They're going to trust the kicker from 57 yards out. Can he get it there? The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here. The Raging Cajuns will send their punt team onto the field. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Ball handed off. In the clear at the 25. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. He'll hand it off. They stop him right at the 24.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Keeping it on the ground here. He shreds the tackle. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
There's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, I feel like they call that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
The Blue Devils pick up enough yardage for a first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On first down, it's play action. And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
second and long for this offense after the sack. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught quickly. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Pressure is coming. He stays alive. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up with a play and taken down.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
No, kick it away here. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. They came up empty in the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. QB to the tight end for a completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target.
It just runs through a man, a mismatch. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The Raging Cajuns lining up here on 1st and 10. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Play action here on first down. Gets rid of it on the move. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up a second down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns.
Boy, this quarterback is hungry for the end zone. That was not a short run. Guy put his running shoes on and took it back to his Pop Warner days, showcasing that agility for the long touchdown.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Duke's offense heads back out onto the field now. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? First down, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And there's the handoff. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. That completion makes it second and medium. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. Tackle, but first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the Blue Devils starting a new series here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Defense is coming after him. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback drops back. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Makes the catch downfield. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. I thought they were going to pick up the first down. They're going to be short of it. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go for it.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
It makes sense going for it here. Being in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Makes a quick grab. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Third and goal, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down, looking to scramble. Looking to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Right down the middle.
And that one my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for three, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. This will likely be the last play of the half. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That run moves the ball to the 16. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Raging Cajuns will kick this away to get the second half going. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Blue Devils offense heads back out of the field now. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. The game moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The shotgun handoff here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
It's third down for the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that third down catch. 4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Trying for a 4th down completion. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Handoff in a single back formation. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Raging Cajuns come to the line with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. extra point makes the lead 11. Now they get set to kick it away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points when they bounce back here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's running out of time here. Hit just as he throws the ball. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. An inside give now from the shotgun.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The gain makes it second and medium. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. Touchdown, Duke.
And, Chris, we finally have a great play here by this offense. A nice touchdown throw by this quarterback. This is his first touchdown pass, not only in this game, but the first of the season. So congratulations to him.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out. It's Bond. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he finds the running back in the flat. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Snags the quick throw. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Offense heads back out onto the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. It's a quick grab, and he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Just a really good job by the corner here, recognizing this wide receiver screen. Because he was so quick to react, when the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that tackle.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the grab and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the receiver's got it. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Blue Devils. That puts him on top in the second half.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 17-14 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And Louisiana's offense retakes the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Linebacker shifting around now. The pass rush closing in. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Look at him run through those tacklers. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
Big chunk gain in the first play of the drive sets him up near midfield in 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Takes it inside the 40. Explosive play, and the offense will set up now inside the 30-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it just outside the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Blue Devils offense heads back out on the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Bringing pressure. And a sophomore making an impact play. And the Blue Devils looking to run some tempo here. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And here comes the Raging Cajuns offense back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback keeps the football. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that in practice.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He's hit just before the throw. He's got his man in the open field. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Oh, that one really hurts for this defense. They get these guys to third down, a chance to maybe get them off the field, and they give up a first down late in the game. The clock will continue to roll.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. First and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
All right, here we go. This is really it. And the defense knows that if the offense is able to score here, it's essentially over. It's mano-a-mano at the line of scrimmage. Let's see which side can gain the most leverage.
Second and goal play, spot the ball at the 9. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 7. Completion moves him closer to the goal line. Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. And the offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Receiver in motion now. Trying to throw for it on third and goal. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And tackled there by the defense.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on third down. Now to set up a pivotal fourth down play. The question is the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
Fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that is no good. And the lead remains at 4 after the miss.
Yeah, it's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
We're in for an exciting finish. This offense likely has one last drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes a quick catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
What a simple read and a simple throw for the quarterback. You want to give me the running back sliding out of the backfield? No problem. I'll take that. Let him do the work after the catch.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
The Blue Devils are in the red zone. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Touchdown, Duke, to take the lead in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
PAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And with time a factor here late in the game, he'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. Comes the Louisiana offense back on the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Pressure is coming. He's going to take off. He gets loose and able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Well, the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking to scramble now. Gets into space at the 50. Steps out of bounds after a huge pickup, but hang on. There is a penalty marker on the play. This one might be coming back. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The DB's backing off from the line now. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.